In Reading for Academic Success in the secondary school, we addressed an interesting question: is reading the same in different content areas? And we began to recognize that reading in mathematics was very, very different than reading in science. In fact, the typical science textbook has more new vocabulary in 1 year of a biology course than you might learn in 3 years of a foreign language course. So we really needed strategies that help students learn how to read in different content areas. So we look specifically at what are the reading challenges in mathematics. How do you read a math problem? It's interesting, more than 60% of the errors on mathematics tests are comprehension errors. So how do you read in mathematics, which really is different than how you read in social studies or read literature. And so we have a section for each of the strategies on what it looks like in that particular content area. Also, in Reading for Academic Success, we're looking at what does reading look like in different content areas. But in a number of schools we work with, in particular in one that I'm thinking of, which is Homewood Flossmoor, which is in suburban Illinois. It's a high school that has 70% minority population, and in fact over the past 10 years have won 3 blue ribbons. And one of the commitments that they made was towards more rigorous and relevant educational programs. And they wanted more of their minority students to move towards honors courses and AP courses. But they did not want to water down those courses in terms of their rigor and their content. And the teacher said, if we're going to make this movement, we need to teach students the skills that they would need to we would need to teach students the skills they would need to succeed in such a rigorous academic program. What they did is they used Reading for Academic Success and many of the strategies that are in that text to establish a 4-year reading program, right from 9th grade, for their underachieving readers that they identified based on state test scores. I'm excited to say that the performance of the minority students is close to comparable to that of their white students, that have an equal percentage of students, minority students, who are in honors and AP courses, and the minority students are performing equally as well. While test scores on SAT tests and ACT have decreased in the past 5 years, Homewood Flossmoor scores have increased. They've increased faster and greater than any other school in the state of Illinois. And so that's just one example of people using these instructional strategies to make a difference in terms of student learning. In the state of Kentucky, where we have an extensive number of schools who are involved in thoughtful education, who are using the strategies that are in Reading for Academic Success, they produce significant gains not only on their state assessment tests, but on their educational index. In fact, last year, the #1 school that produced the greatest gain in the educational index in the state of Kentucky was a thoughtful education school that was using Reading for Academic Success strategies that were in that text. So we invite you to give the book a look, to look at the strategies that are in the text and find ways to integrate them into your teaching. The book is not a program. It's a way to teach kids how to read, which really is teaching them how to. So not a program, it's a way in which to enhance student reading, which is really making a difference in their life.